don't understand it. Maybe you can, as a former executive.
If I could, I wouldn't explain it to you anyway. Well, I mean, I might tell Kevin. Well, there was a belief specifically when you look at the Hawks roster, where would Ricochet, Star specifically fit? Right. 7'1". Yeah. Can he play there? Is there a logjam specifically at that position? The relationship with the agent, and that was one of the storylines and why he didn't work out for the Hawks. And when you look at the roster for the Wizards, I mean, Star, no doubt, could be the foundational piece. He would be the #1 guy. Well, look, Alex Star is what you hope the NBA is going for if you're the Washington Wizards. This is big. This is one of the bigs. This is big. That's the floor. Be a rim runner. Be a defensive presence. The big swing skill with this guy, Kevin and Stephen A. is can he shoot? We see what he can do here. His length is off the charts. The big standing range shoots wingspan, 7'4" wingspan. There he is right there. He's what you see when you see the evolution of the NBA. This guy you hope to play 4 years, play 5. That's the rebound. That's the back of this guy. We got to really do that. I think the Wizards, there, they didn't wait too long to put the pick in. And I think they're hoping he can be a foundational piece for them. Both of you, you need more than one player. Yeah, let's that player get maybe on LeBron James. You need more than one player, but you need every single one of those players to run their top to be money. You need definitely people that you definitely rely on. Because you can't afford to make mistakes when you're a team that's better. The pick is in, well, we have back-to-back question. Here's the commission.
They officially kicked this one off to get the season underway.
With the second pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select from Toulouse, France, overtime in Australia's of the NBA.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend.
Emma Star, 19-year-old, 7'5" wingspan, Jonathan Givoni, Andres Gould says he has the highest ceiling among all the prospects. An unfinished product, but elite level talent when you can. A guy like that can be the foundational piece. Keep in mind, too, he played against Ricochet when they were 13. They played together for 3 years on the national team. So the Frenchman standing out, especially big men with Wembanyama, Ricochet, and Sal. And again, he's a tall drink of water. Again, I'll go back to the start. I mean, this is, we can do it small. People use the word they doesn't go small. Not necessarily, just trying to go with kids. This guy's size in the NBA with the size we're seeing in some of these double center positions that Minnesota's doing. Star, you think will play early, guys, because of his defense. His offense is behind his defense. Big man from France takes pride in protecting the rim, and Alex is his brother in the NBA. He's always there to give advice and help improve his game. And this his journey, born in France, started playing basketball at the age of 4. Went to Real Madrid here as a young teenager, playing their youth team in 2019 before moving to Spain. Then a couple years at Overtime Elite, then want to get more experience. He played with the Perth Wildcats in Australia.
I'm born in Bordeaux, France, and I grew up in Toulouse. I'm a versatile player offensively. I can push the ball, play out the floor roll, hit up in shots. Defensively, I'm versatile too, good rim protector, and I can guard most positions on the court. Being a good rim protector is more about timing than anything else, and how high you can get. You get out the right timing so the player shooting the ball is easier, and you can spot the shot at the best time. My brother Olivier, he's a 2-way on the Thunder right now. Got a big influence on me. We talk every day. That's why I love him. You know, he'll never tell me that I'm great or that I'm good. There's always something to prove.
That's what big brothers do. There he is with his big brother, 6 years older, currently a 2-way year. Oklahoma City played 46 games with the Thunder over the last 3 seasons. And McNutt is with the Thunder star.
Congratulations, Alex. This is just the third time, that the draft's top 2 picks have not had college experience. How has France prepared you for a career in the NBA?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just all over, everywhere I played, it just built me for this moment.
Your brother, obviously a big part of your basketball inspiration. What has he shared with you about playing in this league?
I mean, he shared a lot. Like, everything I've learned is through him. he gave me all his knowledge, and you know, till these days, it's really special to have someone like him in my corner.
I hear you getting a little choked up. Tell me why.
You know, I went to the draft, and you know, I know how it feels to go out and draft it, you know, and to be able to get something nice, you know, it's really special.
It is special. Alex, enjoy tonight. Congratulations on your next chapter.
Thank you for sure.
Monica, thank you so much. What an incredible moment for the Sarr family. And what's it say about French basketball? I mean, Tony Parker leading the way from the start.
Well, they're very sharing their emotions. Yeah, they're up the man. That's I got it wrong before General Hospital. I'm talking about that. Very much so. Look at these statistics. I mean, top 10 draft picks. Look, not all these guys, some of these guys are going to work out, but some of them are have worked out and may not.
He can play. He defends. Obviously, this is the worst defense in basketball last year, so he's going to be an added. But also, dead last in allowing 16.4 second chance points. That led the league in play. You got to pay attention to all of those things when we're looking at the squad right now. I think this guy's going to be a welcome addition because his focus is going to be improving that defense for the Washington Wizards, and I think it'll go a long way for 15 or 17.
There's only one way but up. I'm talking about the Wizards across the board, right?
I'm looking at some of this stuff. It's not for them on 50 games since 1979. You know, something like this. We got 79. 79.
That's not going to play. You know what I'm saying? Just like they're all in you, Bob.
Many people thought he'd be the number one pick. And he did not work out there in Hawks. But question marks, 27% from three. Shooting stretch is not finished by any stretch. But they think he can guard every position. And that gives him the floor with his defensive presence. And, you know, it looks like he's got some experience being around the NBA with his brother, just being with basketball a long time. So I think the Wizards wanted this guy, and they got their guy, and we'll see how he does.
Look at people in the league that can't shoot. And you know what you do? When you find somebody that can't shoot, don't let him shoot. You're there to play defense. Defense and rebound. And pass the ball. Okay, but he can't shoot.
I think they'll regret the pick. That's all I'm saying. Okay, he's got tools.
Okay, right. Hey, listen, the Houston Rockets are on the clock right now to pick us in. Let's go to the Commissioner.
24 NBA draft. The Houston Rockets select Reed Shepherd.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's to the right side. And it falls incomplete.
In the past year,
To connect on second
Reed
down,
Shepherd.
leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
He came into Kentucky a year ago as a legacy pick.
He's going to loft one
Father
deep
Jill,
inside here.
got a national champ, most outstanding player in 1998. He was expected to be there as that boss. 83, 4 years in Lexington. He is his name overall for the Houston Rockets because this young man can shoot everywhere on the basketball court.
Yes, he can.
He's very the 54% shooting from the field. 52% three-point range. That's a marksman right there. And Lord knows that the Houston Rockets need it. 19 gets an improvement because they're the only player in the world. He may be in the staff for what they were able to do, but they clearly would need shooters. And this he's special. He's a special marksman. I love it. I love it. And he has a 42-inch vertical. He can jump out of the gym. He's drafted Kentucky players from Carl Anthony Towns in 2015. A true blue blood. He's leading a big blue nation. All respect the pound that was paid for him by his family.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get
Mom and Dad both played in Kentucky. Mom was a great player, and Dad was as well. He won 2 national championships. Growing up and being able to talk to them and learn from them was really nice and really special for me. When I look at players, I don't try and just pick one. Let's go Devin Booker, the way that he gets to his mid-range. Chris Paul, the way he controls the game and he plays at his pace. You know, Steph Curry, how he can pass and move so well without the ball. And, you know, Kobe Bryant, the way he looked at the game mentally, you know, no one was going to beat him. I can shoot the ball a little bit, and I'm going to create for my teammates. I'm going to try and do the right basketball play no matter what it is. As long as we're winning, I'm happy.
Scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
The reaction there, Ime Udoka of the Houston Rockets, all smiles, and you see Reed Shepherd feeling really good. I think his mom, Stacy, SEC Freshman of the Year, and Monica McNutt is with the family.
It's pretty family. People getting fucking nervous. How are you feeling now?
No more nerves. I'm good. I'm super excited. This is awesome. Unbelievable. My mom's birthday today, so it's going to be a great night. It already is a great night, so it's awesome. I'm super thankful.
Happy birthday to you, Stacy. You guys have been a part of every milestone of his life so far. As parents who have been a part of this journey, what are you feeling tonight?
Just so thankful, overwhelmed with appreciation, so proud of Reed, and God's been so good to our family. We're so glad to be here.
I feel like just blessed. It's out for the day. People, family, friends, it's a wonderful day.
It is quite something. Now, Reed, to the basketball look at all. So stop shoot the ball. If the Rockets are going to get over the defender, that's even better. What's the Houston Rockets getting in terms of a guy that's going to make sure you can find a way to shoot the ball?
Yeah, he's a guy going in. He's looking to learn. You know, he's going to do whatever it takes to win. He's going to, if it's not making threes right away, it's getting teammates involved, whatever it takes to win and be on the court. I'm going to do whatever makes the team better.
Congratulations, Reed. Congratulations, Mom, Jeff, and Stacy.
Young man had a fantastic birthday week. He turned 20 on Monday, and he's perfect for the NBA when you talk about catch and shoot. But look, one issue with Reed Shepherd, and I don't want to be critical, it's his size. That's it. He's just a shorter shooting guard. Punches me, handle the ball, and maybe become a point guard. But it's not just his shooting chemistry, it's his steal rate, block rate. He's got one of the best steals in the college game, and maybe in any game. Analytically, people love this guy who's at the top of the analytics list, not just for the high percentage shooting, but for his defensive effort on blocks, steals, things like that. He can finish at the paint, and that's not saying he's going to get on the floor. His shot is so good, and it reminds me of Clay Thompson. Now he's smaller. The big difference between 6'7" and 6'2" in the NBA, a huge difference, and he's not super long. But I love the pick for the Rockets. They need shooting. Every team needs shooting. I completely agree with Bob Myers, which is a rarity.
Second and 12.
The Houston Rockets are thinking like 34.7% from three-point range. They're ranked 28th in the NBA, okay? It's worse in the NBA. You got to get some shooters. You got to have people that can put the ball in the hole. And you have to talk to the other because you're absolutely right. You can give it to 6'7", 6'9". Ain't the tallest dude in the world. And he is in Houston making noise, just like he was in Toronto making noise and helping them capture championship. You would like to have more height, but he is proven. You don't need it to be successful on the most elite level in basketball, which is the National Basketball Association. But this kid, Reed Shepherd, he's the gamer, he's the marksman. When you can shoot like that, a great coach, and I do mean a great coach, like Ime Udoka, will find a way to utilize this kid. I like this kid. By the way, it's not just his shooting. He's a phenomenal passer, and the Kentucky team loved him as a teammate. He transitioned. He always found the right guy and can anticipate. I think we all talked about this before the broadcast. I think he went number 3. But if he was 6'4", 6'5", he'd be the number 1 pick. I think he surprised himself in the Kentucky, the whole program. They thought he'd be a 3-4 year guy. He came in and was so good and so efficient. Just the numbers, it was the efficiency and the numbers. Dad play Kentucky basketball. I don't automatically have to be good at basketball. I will say everything was in there. Get it together. They can fit us. At number 4, let's go to the commissioner right now. In the 2024 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Stephen Backo.
Second quarter action for Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a first and goal.
He's celebrating their second national championship in the East as a freshman in points, rebounds, and assists. Big blue guy here for the national team. He was fantastic on defense. Danny asked him to do something. He said, yes, I'll do it, regardless of the situation. And the guy has shown he's going to help you win back luggage. That sounds like a lazy thing. But at the same time, we saw this guy. People in the draft.
That's all he wants. And he probably deferred offensively. If you want to knock on him, it's like, is he a secondary playmaker? He said he can play some point guard. Bottom line is, his kid's going to play. And I love the pick for the San Antonio Spurs, specifically around Wembanyama. They're going to see it. And it's been a good last year. They got a guy in Pascal, because he's so good defensively, you can play him right away.
First things first, got to make a correction. That was the Spurs numbers on the people and see I gave the ball off them off. I messed up as president. Just keep messing up his head. I thought about that. Pascal's a big dog. You know what? Can defend multiple positions. Take shots in the back slot. I like his pick.
Two-time national champ game, ready for the NBA, but having family support to keep his feet planted firmly on the ground is what he truly appreciates.
At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play?
My passing ability, my sense of when to make the right pass, and I don't want to be out of defense. I feel like I'm still tired of that. I mean, in the UConn, when we first got there, they made us write down a lot of goals. One of them was just being a winner, and I feel like we should use that to the max. My parents, I say that like no other. They always tell me what I need to hear and not what I want to hear. Even when I went back home, having a good year, I have a lot of players on my name. They're still being parents, they're not treating me like I'm on some pedestal. They still make me take out the trash, wash the dishes, just keeping me humble, keeping me grounded. I thought that was something that I needed.
You will see some UConn players in the sideline. You could see Donovan pointing the fruit. Pascal, the last time we saw top 5 players in scores go, Hakeem Khabib, who went second overall 15 years ago, and here's Monica, the new Spurs.
Congratulations. You're taking a deep breath. You're headed to San Antonio to play with this guy, Victor Wembanyama. You may have heard of him. But when you think of the opportunity that you now have to add your championship pedigree to this organization, what are they getting?
I mean, they're obviously being a winner. I won the ring last year, so I'm coming in with that kind of mindset. And, just that a teammate like that next year, I feel like it opens up the floor so much for you to grow and expand your game. So, I just can't wait to get out there.
This young man was the first All-American, the Dallas All-American at UConn. And I heard you got out of Wooten when you got up here. Tell me what's going on.
Yeah, well, he played like Chris McDonald's there. This guy, when you look at this right there, the Spurs value winning, they value workers, they value championships. And this is just the perfect player for them to join. What they do with that organization, this guy is just scratching the surface.
Outstanding stuff. Stefan, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we may see, thank you, Monica, Danny Hurley back on that stage in a matter of minutes with Dominic Pringett, UConn teammate there for Stephon Castle. He chose UConn to get his butt kicked. One of those humbling type kind of guys that I want to learn. So we can see 2 UConn players going in this lottery. We can see 2 Kentucky players going in this lottery. And it's very weird to say the head coach of Arkansas joined us. We have Cal Berry, the head coach of Reed Shepherd, and potentially we'll see Rob Dillingham and his name called later on. Well, Reed Shepherd, his journey here, of course, to be the 3rd overall pick. We talked about it. Legacy guy, his father a star, of course, 20 years ago. And then the rise, and his mother, yes.
Mother was a really good basketball player.
And you see the genes out there on the field. When did you know you had a special player here in Reed?
I knew he was good. But then all of a sudden we start playing the games. And you see his mindset, unbelievable teammate, a drive, lived in the gym, improved his shooting to the point that one of the best in the country. His ability to make plays, to block threes, to steal balls, he just does all that stuff. But he's a culture guy too.
How do you think that'll translate to the NBA level, considering the talent that exists on that level?
Well, I think he's in a great place in Houston. Coach, he's raised the bar, their culture and what they have. I think what'll happen is, Stephen A., the players are going to love playing with them. If you're alone, you'll get the ball now. As you turn, it'll be in your hands. He'll also stretch the court because of the way he shoots the ball. Decision-making, all that kind of stuff. He's going to make a difference. And again, he's a young player. Stuff doesn't happen overnight.
but you'll see he'll be a difference maker in that league.
But what does he do that we don't know? We can handle the ball more than we know. What's the practice that maybe we didn't see him do?
Let me stay off the court. Our manager, he did an NLL deal so each manager could make $2,000.
Yeah, Stephen, can you do this come for me?
I'm kind of broke right now.
This guy. I knew you were broke.
50 yards upon as he gets this away.
And by the way, too, Reed was a guy that wasn't bragging the starting lineup as well as Rob Dillingham. What do you have to train the starting lineup to be as guarded?
Well, and you know, Devin Booker hits me in the head. What about me? I got 70 in an NBA game. But I've had lottery picks score 9 points in 6 years. If you get glued together like that and they win, it's matter.
And Dillingham's one of those guys who's got some flair. Sizzle. I mean, Jonathan Gaboni says he could be the electric guard that we see like John Morant in the NBA. What do you say? I'm going to go back to
Stephen A. and it's the ultimate belief in himself.
Yeah.
So I think
he can say that we were in Philly together.
That's right.
Absolutely. Hey, appreciate it.
I appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Kick is in. It's the Detroit Pistons who are on the clock. Let's go with the commissioner, Madden Simulation. Hold on for a second. Stand by. We're going to wait a little bit here. Listen, if we need to know about Allen Iverson, this is the way to do it.
To the grave with some of those stories.
Absolutely. And now we're saved by the commissioner. Here is Madden Silva.
With the pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select John Hall the
You have to be
Pistons.
careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you can play zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out.
We're talking about a young man.
Defensive end, defensive
The
tackle.
fifth top 10 pick from the G League Ignites. And Ross Holland, when you look at his frame and all the things he could do, he's an attacker, an 18-year-old attacker who loves to finish. And of course, he has a big bit of flair. And the Pistons right now, a team that is looking for a head coach after dismissing Monty Williams, and they owe him $65 million after just one season. Holland sees himself as an energetic leader on the court. He likes to compare himself to one of the players that this building is home.
That his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before.
James is down.
We know coaches preach about this.
He can do anything on the floor.
Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some
Capable
traffic
shooter.
somewhere.
But like, he's a leader on the core of this team, doing whatever it takes to win. I just compare my style to Michael Bridges. When he first hit the league, he was a 3D guy, guarding the best player on the floor every single night. Mike said, Jimmy Bennett, because the amount of energy and the fuse that he brings on defense. I love to speak and I love to get my guys going. Every time it is, if I see an opening and I can go dunk the ball and create energy for my team and the fan base, I'm going to go to the rim down.
See Holland right there again, part of G League Ignite, and I mentioned that he likened himself to a guy who called this place home. That was up until next night. Where are you going? Madison Square Garden. We got plenty of time to talk about the Knicks. Yeah,
Who's first?
Dude Henderson a year ago, third overall going to the Blazers, and he's standing by right now. With the new Pistons, Holland is monster.
And your feature is the energy. That's like the person that jumps off the page. Where does that come from in terms of how you approach the game?
I think that's one of my things. Growing up, I grew up around a competitive thing. It was super competitive. My uncle side, really just a lot of competing with anything when it comes to playing basketball, going in the street to race, and I think that's just that's built into my family. It instilled in me, and then that has carried me throughout my whole journey.
So I got to take a little bit of a sidebar on because as we were preparing for this, you're 18. Your favorite artist is Teddy Pendergrass?
Throwing on first down, it's
Some
Jackson.
people say I have a soul, but I get it from, listening to all the music my parents listened to growing up. I really enjoyed listening to it, but then one day I just threw it on in the workout, and it was history from there. Well, the Pistons locker room better debate whether you can be the DJ or not. Congratulations, right? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, if you're listening to Teddy working out, hey, most times the perfect destination for investment thanks with much more the NBA Draft 2024, presented by State Farm and Prestige Investments.
Has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the
NBA Draft 2024. It's presented by State Farm. You see my big label.
If you say no, then I have to pee now. If you say no, I have to pee. I'm not going to let me get a rash.
Don't want excuses.
You're just jumping on the thing and I was like, oh, he poops, Mom. He was jumping up and down.
I'm not watching Biggest Deals. But things on groceries and sunscreen.
Look at me, I can do stuff. What about this?
Maybe that's it.
Doing paper.
Summer of Dash Bags. You're doing to 5 weeks of deals. Starts June 20th.
Like this?
Dash.
That's how tall you go.
Nice. AT&T just sent me a heads up on best plan for me. I'm always about to get a price. You good hard boy about
I
it.
sent your mom the photo of Canada with her like that.
Trust me, it is serious outside the spices.
Sometimes I think about the quarterback.
AT&T provides proactive recommendations to meet people.
Right here, and the end result there, nice first down. Drive
Pretty
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The offense was moving a little bit out back on their heels, but they earned a big pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Firing quickly here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Give me that only goofy, crispy, crunchy mouth water.
To throw
Give me
again,
that
it's Jackson. We're in the middle of the field, and he's got it incomplete. Steelers signal from the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Meanwhile, Jackson still complete here, pulled in by Howard.
Just going around my friends underneath burning on the face for Valentino.
In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good team going.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous
How can
summer.
we help the body?
They take care of the ball, get 3 points,
At Houston
knowing they're
Methodist,
going to get the ball
we
to start the
transplanted
second
a
half.
harmful
That's the
liver
old
from a
2-for-1
living donor,
special to finish things
regenerating
off.
2 healthy livers. And
So we've
saving
reached
a life
halftime here in our
sooner.
initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
That's the difference
All right,
between
Brandon, thanks very
practicing
much. We'll
medicine
get back to you
only
and Charles in a
Houston
minute. But
Methodist,
first,
leading
time to give the
medicine.
folks at home a look at what's
There are
going on
trucks,
around
and then there's
the
the
NFL.
GMC
We'll
Sienna,
get things started up
available
at
with
Ford
the
Field
connected
in
driving
Detroit,
experience.
where it's definitely a game
And
with some
the
intrigue,
world's
as you
first
can see by
fixed
the
function
scoreline.
multi-pro tailgate.
The Lions with a strong performance
GMC
as they get
Sierra.
the win at home in
It's
the opener.
the truck. Get over
Next, we'll
2,700
head over to
purchase
check
cash
on
on
the
select
Giants at home
2024
at
Sierra
MetLife
1500
Stadium.
Denali
And
models.
things didn't work
Plus,
out for
current
them as
eligible
they
GMC
fall to the
owners get an
visiting
additional
Philadelphia
2,500
Eagles.
purchase allowance. We are professional
31-21,
grade.
the final
GMC.
score. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
Say it more. This is the one that I get I'm ready for war. Out of the corner, back to the morgue. Take this shit over.
Welcome back to the NBA Draft 2024 here at the Barclays Center. Jeff Nagati alongside Stephen A. Smith and Bob Myers. We've got 5 picks in. Currently, the Charlotte Hornets are on the clock with the 6th pick. New head coach Charles Lee, the ex-Celtic assistant. So he celebrates a title, and now he gets the opportunity to pick at 6 overall. A team that won 21 games. And honestly, the storyline is, can they stay healthy? LaMelo Ball, big storyline, could not stay healthy this season. And a team that is in transition. He's only played 184 to 318 games since being drafted. And then you see Brandon Miller last year's 2nd pick overall, averaging 17 points, just second behind Victor Wembanyama. And there is the new head coach of the Charlotte Hornets, Charles Lee. The pick is in, so we'll get your thoughts about this pick and this team in a moment. Let's go to Commissioner Adam Silver.
With the 6th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Zion Salon.
They won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. A tough spot here.
He just belongs to the 3rd baseman taken in tonight's draft. And both his parents played basketball. Mom was a coach. He made his pro debut at the age of 16 back in 2021. You look at the size, just under 6'9", 217 pounds. Again, this is the modern NBA. A stretch player. Can you play defense? Can you shoot the 3?
Yeah, I mean, this guy's a high upside guy, 32 from 3, but 81.5 from the line. Free throw shooting percentage is very predictive of how well you can shoot the 3 in the NBA. So it's a good indicator for him. But I think he plays early, Kevin, Stephen A., for his defense. But fascinating, if you're ever talking about the growth of this game internationally, 3 players now in the top 6 of the draft. It's hard to believe. And the surprise, I got 2 surprises so far. Queen hasn't been picked. Yes, surprising. And trades. I thought there'd be a trade by now. I really did. But it's going chalk right now, and then you're seeing guys like this. But big upside play here for the Charlotte. And we've got a new owner, new GM, a new coach. Yeah, Dijon brings an all-round game to the league. Hopes in the future he'll be mentioned as one of France's all-time greats.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the Raven pressure too much.
My name is Dijon Salah, and I come from France, and bring a lot of intensity and bring my versatility, a lot of fire on the court. I can swing on the post 1, to the 5, and shoot everywhere.
13-yard line here. So possession goes
5,
over here on
Victor,
and the Ravens
4,
will get it. 1st and
Matum,
10 from deep
3,
in their own
me,
territory.
on the pitcher, 2, Evan Fournier, and 1, Tony Parker.
They'll come out
Led by
throwing
Tony
here.
Parker, what he did a couple decades ago. Spurs, is still on there. A guy who's got a wingspan of 7'2", on the nuts at 5.
2 years ago, you saw NBA player Kyle Kuzma, and you told him you would see him in 2 years. You're here. How does it feel?
It's crazy. That's amazing. To be here, it's too much for me. And like I said, see you, Kuzma. See you.
Who would you like to thank? Who would you like to say thank you to?
To my family, my agent, my teammates, Charlie Basket, my family. So, yeah, so happy.
Congratulations to John.
Thank you, thank you.
Monica, thank you so much. As a Philly guy, I love seeing this. He loves the song "Eye of the Tiger." This is the Rocky mindset. Yeah. And you know what? Right now, France is dominating when you see who's taking, and how about this lefty weighing in? Overall pick, a sense of pride here.
A vote of confidence from Wembanyama never hurts because he's the real deal. Make no mistake about that. When you talk about the Tiger in the fight, he's gonna need a lot of good show. I mean, ain't too much of that going on. 21-61 on the season last year. Struggled a lot. Had about the 3rd most games missed due to injuries and what have you. So many injuries. They've got to get it together. They got a new coach. They're going in the right direction. But LaMelo Ball has got to get on the court and be healthy. That's going to go a long way. I think he's going to help the team. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's injuries. 8 straight seasons without a playoff berth. But new ownership, new GM, new coach. So it's a clean slate there in Charlotte.
Brandon Miller had a great rookie campaign, LaMelo Ball, all-star capabilities, and now this pick right here. So you build for youth. They're trying to go to the draft. It's probably one way to go. I don't see Charlotte right now as a free agent destination. That's maybe down the line. That's something they get into. But they're building the right way. They just got to nail these picks. That's all. And they've done a good job so far. They did a good job with Ball, and now with Miller.
For them, it's incredibly pivotal that they've got to produce some of this draft. But how many free agents going to be able to come in? They're not necessarily have one level. They're not going to necessarily going to spend.
Yeah, the mix used to be like,
we're not here to talk about the best. We're not here to talk about the best.
we will talk about the Knicks in a moment. I found the here's the commissioner.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Donovan Cunningham.
You felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard. You don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency.
20 years ago, he's a top 2 pick. The way the game has changed dramatically. Defensively, he's your guy in the middle. And we knew if he was going with Portland at 7, he wasn't going to go further. He wasn't going to slide down. As Portland looks for a big man defensively.
Like him a lot. Champ made a big time contribution. We know this about him. Where he's going, 29th ranked offense in the NBA, worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA. They have the needs. I get it. I understand it. I just don't know if this is a great situation.
In memory of Donovan's late mom, Stacy, Klingon paid tribute to her with not only the numbers on his chest, but his play on the court.
I wore number 32 because of my mom. My mom passed away of cancer when I was in 8th grade. She wore 32 as a basketball player. I wore 23 before that, and then, when she passed, I switched over to 32 in a way to represent her, and connection to her while playing on that floor. In 8th grade, when I lost my mom, I wanted to find a way to make her proud, find a way to represent her. Obviously, I was still going to play in college basketball at the Division I level, and hopefully pursue an NBA dream. But I did not expect to go to Utah and win one of my 2 national titles, and it just really made all the hard work finally feel like it paid off.
Stands point up, 20 over his name. Remember this month, Stacy passed away of breast cancer, March of 2018. He's viewed as a safe pick here because you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a guy that is all about the team that's standing by right now with monitoring the cut.
Donovan, I know tonight is huge for you. You got a special design in this jacket.
Really try and put the hammer down.
How are you feeling from your mom tonight?
Feeling everything. I know she's super proud of me. I know she's smiling down. This is everything I've worked for my entire life, and just to hear my name called it don't feel real. Like you said, I got my mama over here on my side at all times. She's looking down at me, she's smiling, and I know she's proud.
All right, so you've been at the top of the college basketball world 2 times over now. You're starting over as a rookie, an organization that is building. What are you going to do to stay motivated and maintain the work ethic that has gotten you here?
Man, I just want to win. I just want to keep winning. I'm never going to be satisfied for where I've been. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying to get better. I'm going to keep learning, and I'm just going to try to do the best player I can every day.
I have no doubt you'll be able to do that, Donovan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Young man is a phenomenal role model for people, not just in the Bristol, Connecticut, the state of Connecticut, but just anybody who loves to play basketball. We had a closer look at the jacket inside. Members of Mom Stacy. I talked to Danny Hurley a couple days ago. He got emotional talking about it. He said he got an NIL deal. He wanted to make sure his teammates got the money and that he could share it. I mean, there's Dan Hurley right now celebrating. Second time UConn had multiple top 10 picks the last time. 20 years ago, with Oklahoma Gordon there is Klingon's dad, of course, Bill, all smiles as well. Very proud of his son. By the way, backstory with this young man. He was a 7-footer in high school in Bristol, right? He would still landscape, and he would still shovel snow.
at like 1 in the morning and then make his workouts at 5:30 a.m. each and every day. I would do stuff like that. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon. I was out there mowing the lawn, doing what I had to do. Listen, but here's the thing. Sorry I was interrupted. Kevin, it's all part of the story. Yeah. Right? I mean, most people that are successful have a story. And most times the story's hard. And he has had a very difficult journey to get here, whether it was what you alluded to, losing a mother at that time in your life. That's tragic. And to see how he's honoring her, it's a tremendous tribute. And I think that he is in a spot where he's going to play a lot. And I heard what Stephen A. said. That team still needs a lot of help, but Clayton has proved he can block shots. He's a great rebounder. Talking to people in the workouts, they said his shot is better than people think, the mechanics. But no, he looks like a guy, I'm just going to make an assumption here, people want to play with him. He sounds like a good teammate. He sounds like a winner. And they're succeeding in the NBA. They're winning. I think this guy's going to be championships. And he won a single championship bad to that. At age 49. Battle of fans. And you deal with that as every day of your life. You just don't get it. I just love them on the 49. Same thing. Wow. It's good. It's devastating. And what happens is to be that guy and to go out there and to be a part of the program, it doesn't just speak to him. It speaks to the program. It speaks to Danny Hurley. There's something inside of you that just drives you to be the very, very best you can be. Because the person that supported you the most unconditionally, you're swearing to them and yourself you'll never let them down. And so from a character perspective, there's nothing to question about this guy. His game is a lot of pluses. Just looking at in terms of what their needs are. And I'm saying, yeah, what's the needs? But obviously, there's nothing to sneeze at when it comes to this guy. No doubt about it. And he nailed it with moms. I lost my mom when I was 47 years ago. It never leaves. It's always never there. Yeah, never. And he's carrying his mom's spirit tonight. Stacey is looking down with a smile. He is, of course, going to Portland to start his career in the NBA. And on the clock right now are the Spurs. Again, they picked at number 4. They went with Steph Castle, a guy that could play a combo. He believes he can play point guard. We can see him with his size at 6'6", a great defender. He can play with shooting guard. Victor Wembanyama made sure this team is all about win now mode, right, Bob? When you look at he's rebuilding. We thought he was going to be good, right? I think we all knew he was going to be good. He was so good that I think in that front office we just saw, they just said, oh boy, let's not, we don't need to be patient. Well, let's push forward. And I think with a guy like Castle, and now having an opportunity to get another player here, and I'll tell you something else, okay? People want to play with Victor Wembanyama. Yes. And you know what that was going, and that's it, yeah, because I knew you were going, you were going to let's go.
No, we're not.
2024 NBA draft. The San Antonio Spurs select
They go for the speed and we just had Jeff Calipari on the set. We got an interesting conversation when we talked about player counts, and he brought the battle on.
The dominance, the aggression, the athletic ability, the ability to create shot for others, because you've got that kind of athleticism and focus and what have you, you bring it to the table. You're looking out for Wembanyama when you do this, because you don't want to just hand him the ball and say, find a way to reach you from the movement, from inside, from outside the three-point line. Because you don't have everybody else that can do it. No, with this kid, they'll probably have somebody that can do it.
There's some guys that just know how to score. Some people don't use rules. It tells
Step it up. Man, you can trick
there's no doubt that guy can score. This guy can score. And I think he fits what the Spurs are trying to do, which is get more time. Block details how his brother Denzel had a huge impact with his basketball career. It's a total scouting report.
It was like my days mentor, because he started with just giving the confidence, instilling confidence in me, and understanding that you have an edge on people. Your mindset. I don't really model my game after a certain day. I just watch all the great point guards in the past and try to add all into one and see what works best for me. He's a lot of putting up. So I do remember Steve Nash. You see him dribble under the baseline, keep the ball alive, and then make a pass. So really just keeping the ball alive. That's the scout report. Shooter, playmaker, all-around team leader.
Kentucky has multiple lottery picks in the draft, most by any college, as Dillingham joins Reed Shepherd in this lottery representing the Wildcats. And right now, Rob is with Monica and
I'll take it. I'm about to run.
But Coach Cal was on set with our guys, and he brought up the name Allen Iverson. And I want you to take a look at this list of notable Kentucky Wildcat guards, okay? All these guys down here at the bottom, Emmanuel Cooper, Tyrese Maxey, Tyler Hero, Devin Booker, they're all just trying to put their hand. Step into that legacy and make an impact now that you're going to the Spurs following that tradition.
I feel like, honestly, like, Coach Cal puts you through a situation where it's hard to withstand, and we've been through it, so I feel like we have a different type of heart in us, so I feel like whenever we're going to succeed no matter what it takes.
It's a special night, and obviously there's something in you in terms of your heart. But the folks that have helped you get here, your family, your coaches, what do you say to them tonight?
I just want to thank them for everything, because without them, I wouldn't be here, and they know that for sure, so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Monica, thank you so much. You know, he came off the bench and off of one game they got here. And he's sixth man of the year in the SEC.
15 points a game in 23 minutes a game. That's something special to behold. Clearly, he's coming off the bench. He's looking to make things happen, okay? You bring down the knocks, and we're going to microwave Benny Johnson back there. Looking for your shot. I've been talking about it in that context. But he needed 44% shooting for three-point range. We're going to pay attention to that as well. Listen, kid's got talent. He wants this. Okay.
Well, 80% for the line, too. I see bringing that up. He's a good shooter. I mean, you don't shoot 80% from three-point, 24 from three, and that does translate. He made an interesting comment talking about Coach Calipari. When I was scouting, you sit behind that Kentucky bench or anywhere near it, you see what Coach Cal asks of his players. And these guys have no idea coach to talk to them the way Coach Calipari does. So when Dillingham says he's been through some stuff and some toughness with Maxey and all these guys, and you talk about that went through that program and succeeded in the NBA quickly, all these guys go to his list. He's telling you something like, I know how to work and I know how to persevere. And he came off the bench, was fantastic. 6'1", 164 pounds. He added 17 pounds of muscle before the season. Got that still on same pace, that blazing speed. He shot 44% from three. I think Jonathan Gavoni, our NBA draft guru, calls him the most electric player in the draft. And now there's some sizzle here with Spurs. You got the defensive guy in Castle, and you got Dillingham with the speed.
Keep in mind the highlights, even if you saw the plays, look at the attitude that came with the plays. The reason why that's important, that's what we saw from Wembanyama that we didn't know too much about. I mean, this dude, when he went up, remember when he went up against the great Giannis Antetokounmpo? You remember how they were at each other? I mean, there was something special about it. To have a player whose personality means that is a big deal. That's what you want with Wembanyama.
Grizzlies on the clock. The biggest in here is the commission.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Zach Edey from Toronto and Purdue University.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Jump and rise over the last 4 years with Zach Edey.
Defensively, I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept
7
the
foot
end zone there, this game's
tallest player in Big Ten history, nicknamed the Big Maple. And keep in mind, he's only played basketball for 6 years. Where he found basketball as his sport was after playing hockey and baseball. And then he rise to a 2-time National Player of the Year, 2-time Big Ten Player of the Year. Once again, wasn't ranked coming out of high school, and he's only 20. Just think about this, 20 years ago, there's no question he's the #1 pick in the draft. When you talk about size and ability and the chance to fill it up. Yeah, but that's 20 years ago, right? You think maybe?
I actually think I looked at that, but that's I digress.
No, but look, if the NBA has changed, and I want to hear what Zach Edey has to say, we'll get to the thoughts on that. The 2-time National Player of the Year knows his experience in other sports, got him ready to dominate on the hardwood.
take care of the thing and finish his bad boy off. And
I played baseball, hockey growing up.
And here they're burned again.
Zach knows baseball. I think baseball really helped me just get like that touch. I get that feel for the game and just feel like helped me really in that transition. And hockey, I like to get strong legs, to get a good base from hockey. And both those sports just helped me stay active as a kid and stay athletic and work on my body.
Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
And just look at the jump guys to his career. As a freshman, learning the game, rebounds, and then you see what he did his year. When he was the National Player of the Year, and then his senior year came back. I mean, 25 points and 12 rebounds. By the way, I mean, you talk about a guy that's constantly fouled. He went with the free throw line 136 times. This was the most surprising pick so far for me. Of the draft, I just didn't see him going this high. Who do you think of the fit though with the Grizzlies? Well, I'll tell you why I like the fit with the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson needs the 5. That's why. They tried to play Jaren Jackson. Steve Kerr tried to play him at the 5 in the USA game, and the Memphis tried to play him at the 5 this year. He missed Steven Adams quite a bit. And so did that team. So I think what Memphis is saying here is this is our next Steven Adams. And I think it's okay. That's fine. Zach Edey's one of the eye of the beholder guys. I couldn't think he was going to be a first-round pick. Have him way high. And somebody like Lamar say you don't have to defend his face. This is a college. His steal rate was so low. He really speed, things like that. So can't wait. I'm going to enjoy watching him play because it's a fascinating story, like how he fits into the NBA. I think we got a monitor. It's a good pick for the Memphis Grizzlies for the three. For the 4 previous seasons before last year, they were big time with points in the paint. Last season, they were dead last. John Moran only played 9 games. Yeah. He'll be back. You know he's the focal point, okay? But you need a big to give you some kind of presence and to generate some points in the paint at some point, okay? That's why you make this pick. I totally understand it. I agree with you. I'm surprised he went this high, but I totally understand why they did it, because they gave you... Jaren Jackson needs help down there, no doubt about it. And he's got incredible hands. He's a great screen guy, so we will see how that plays with the Grizzlies. Right now, the pick is in for the Jazz. Here's the commissioner.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, the Utah Jazz select Cody Williams from the
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 20, maybe the 28-yard line.
2 years ago, all the
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on
by the Thunder. He said that was his favorite basketball memory. Now he gets the opportunity to create his own memory. The 19-year-old freshman. He missed 13 games due to injury. He's going to get it again. Started his freshman year, has the size and has the handle. And again, his favorite basketball memory is his brother's draft night. Well, 2 years later, he's now walking up on the stage, a higher pick than his brother James. It's just surprising to us. James is fantastic in college. And Kobe's drafting up potential, basically. They're drafting up potential. He's a great process during the games. But he had some games where you didn't see him as much out there. So he's in a potentially upside pick. Some people say he's one of the most skilled players in the draft. By the way, can we handshake like you see that handshake those brothers have? They're impressive. So can we get something like that? We got to work on that brother. We got to work on that brotherhood. I don't know if you guys beautiful moment between those two guys. America, you missed the beautiful moment between these two guys going back and forth. As we see Cody Williams, a Utah Jazz.
My dad and my brother, they're kind of people that spent the most amount of time in the gym with me. Literally day in and day out. Made me to the player I am today. My brother is Jalen Williams, and he plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Well, I play very different. For him, it's kind of using his shoulders, using his lower body to kind of move people out the way in order to get into, pull up or get into a step back. My game is more kind of smooth, silky, just in terms of I kind of use my length and athleticism to move around defenders, kind of use my length and height to finish over them.
So Cody's going to Utah, Jalen at Oklahoma City. And that was just moments ago, but let's go back 2 years ago. You know, the same move? The celebration.
And he's brought down. Here's first
adjustment. Jalen, a phenomenal throw right there with Oklahoma City on a team that continues to be on the rise as a one seed. And
He's going to get this inside the 30. Okay, game on.
And I still got half the bar to go to, so I still got to go a little bit. But I said, oh, that's for sure going to be, yeah, it's going to be on top.
Yeah, they have to.
So
It's
we
not
also need to know,
100% play, but
Jalen,
it's
how
better
long
than
did it
not
take
having a
y'all to get
chance
the
at all.
handshake this time
That's when
around?
you put your leapers and your
Days,
flyers on
days,
one
days. I
side.
can't
Get
dance,
that
so
high up, and
that
one of the
was
guys can come
difficult.
up with it.
And on
All
the
right, to
other
the
side,
basketball
get
of
that
it all,
hands team
Cody.
ready.
There's a lot of excitement about the upside of your game, your skill level. The Utah Jazz, what are they getting in you?
They're just a versatile and unselfish two-way player. They just with my skill set, being able to play both ends of the floor, that's really huge for me, and that's something I take pride in. So, those coming in, doing whatever it takes to win, that's obviously our biggest goal, but I think my versatility is what's going to help them out the most.
Outstanding stuff, Cody. Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good to see you, Jalen.
Jalen all smiles, feeling good. Williams, the first freshman from Colorado, drafted in program history. We'll be back with more of the NBA Draft 2024 presented by State Farm.
Said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
Chipotle's chicken al pastor is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill, mixed with morita peppers, a splash of pineapple, and fresh lime. It's where fire meets flavor. Chipotle's chicken al pastor. The wait is over.
It's Kohl's first ever Member Deal Day. Rewards members have exclusive access to 25% off men's and women's clothes, 25% off babies and kids styles, and 25% off home clothes. Not a member? Join for free today to unlock these
A
savings.
lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
Lead us to new opportunities. Your dedicated fidelity advisor can help you open those doors. Proactively reviewing your entire portfolio within the land, taxes, and rent free. Doors were meant to be opened.
That could spark
You know, we
an
don't just
excellent
met,
season for
but
them. They've got that in their pocket
my
now.
life without.
So for Pittsburgh, they start the campaign with a victory in front of an enthusiastic home crowd for a Sunday night. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Find your path with Nissan Pathfinder rocker. Biden, Trump. Watch the CNN presidential debate simulcast live on ABC tomorrow night. And the night starts at 8 Eastern Live with the ABC News event special, The Race for the White House, with David Muir and the political team tomorrow night on ABC.
True or false? I'm co-hosting a new trivia game with Gino Rodriguez.
True. True or false, it's coming to ABC.
True, you don't have to be a know-it-all to win it all.
That was my line. This is our plans for 1990. We are next, and don't forget friends. This is our plans, and we pay for your crime.
Wow, 12 hours of free power each night between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. and an Amazon Prime membership when I switch to Direct Energy?
When you're sick, you can't even be bothered to get up, to throw up, which is why you're currently looking at your popcorn bowl like a toilet bowl. Lucky for you, Amazon One Medical has made it so you can get help without ever leaving the couch. And if you need a prescription, Amazon Pharmacy delivers. Good news for you. Not so much for anyone invited over to watch a movie.
Back here in Brooklyn as we continue the NBA draft. Pick number 11 with the Bulls on the clock. Bob Myers, Stephen A. Smith, Kevin Nagandi here with you. So 10 picks in with the Bulls, who've had already a very busy offseason, trading Alex Caruso to Oklahoma City for Josh Giddey. The pick is in right now, and here's the commissioner, Adam Silver.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Chicago Bulls select Matis Buzelis from Chicago and the NBA's G League Team Ignite.
Second time G League Ignite had multiple lottery picks with Holland and Buzelis going in this lottery. The Lithuanian staying home in Chicago. He has had quite a journey at 19 years. Great work ethic, but there's a great unknown when we talk about what he can do at 6'9", 197 pounds, a 2023 McDonald's All-American. Played basketball in Kansas, Boys Basketball Player of the Year in 2023. He's a competitive swimmer during his childhood. He feels the Lithuanian legacy running through his veins every time he steps on the court. Likes also the smack talk.
I was born in Chicago, but my parents are Lithuanian. Basketball in Lithuania is like a religion. So being from there and having it in the genes just gives me an advantage. Trash talking game, I really can't say it on camera. Whoever's watching, don't do what I do. I feel like I play better once I talk a little smack, but some games I really just be locked in and not talking at all. My scouting report is I'm very versatile. I can block shots. I can push the ball in transition. I can shoot the ball. I can post up. I feel like I can do everything on the court.
See the emotion there again. Born in Chicago, gets to play with the hometown Bulls. And again, from size, this is the modern NBA. Being 6'9", and the question is explosive. You see the draft room with the Bulls here. Billy Donovan, they lost in the play-in the last 2 years. They haven't had won a playoff series since 2015, Stephen A. We'll get your thoughts in a moment. Let's go right now to Monica McNutt.
I have an original question for you because I know you're a big-time trash talker, but I want you to put words to the emotion you're feeling first.
I'm blessed, man. This is what I wanted. I wanted to be here. I just can't. Thank you to the Bulls organization. I'm ready to work, man. I was born for this.
All right, so you got that out of the way. Now, as an elite trash talker, do you have a message for anybody that thought you couldn't be here? And if not, that's totally fine, too.
I don't gotta say nothing. I thank everybody who doubted me. Thank you to everyone that doubted me, because I wouldn't be here without y'all. I use it as fuel. And everybody that supported me, I can't thank you enough. The support cast has been insane. So I thank you to everyone.
All right, Matthias, congratulations. You get to stay in your hometown of Chicago. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Monica, thank you so much. You see the emotion from the young man there, Stephen A.
First time I've ever seen a kid in my life. I love him already. I love that kind of attitude. That's what I'm drafting, somebody with a top 10 pick. I want somebody with that attitude, okay? I love it. I don't, well, you know, and you do. You serve too. Just like you know how to do. Okay. Here's the deal. This kid, I love the attitude, but let's understand something here. DeMar DeRozan, unrestricted free agent. Yeah. Zach LaVine only played in 25 games last year. Missed the most games since rookie campaign, if I remember correctly. They need somebody like this. And look at this kid. The handle, the hops, the jump step and the pull-up. I mean, they don't know how to evaluate something like that. I mean, I'm seeing this kid right here, and I'm thinking about Chicago. I'm thinking about the attitude. My only issue was when he was picked, they started playing what I call Michael Jordan music. That music should not be allowed in Chicago until they start winning some playoff games. That's it. What about the kid's fault, though? That's not the kid's fault. Listen to the kid.
Yeah, that's great. And I agree with all that, even including the song. He's a great look. Not a lot of holes in this guy's game. Not a lot of holes. And I like the confidence, too. Confidence is a huge part of succeeding as a young player in the NBA. And he has it
in spades, and the guy played well. His field defensively, Kevin and Steve, it's not just the offensive stuff. They didn't show a lot of. He can block shots, and do a lot of things. So, like, I don't know if any of the other players have thanked the organization. Small things. Right. That stood out. That stood out. It said, thank you for picking me. I appreciate that. He wanted to be there. I like the emotion. It was the right kind of emotion, and I think the Bulls got something. And this guy questioned Stephen A. What are the Bulls trying to do? Yeah, they're trying to go young. They did the trade with Giddey. They got other players still. They got DeRozan. They got Bean.
Yeah, you don't know what they're trying to do right now because with Levine, you can't rely on him because of his health. And with DeRozan, you don't blame him if he wants to leave because it's a relatively stagnant situation. You get a kid like that, you're going to need time for him to mature. But he's a local product. Chicago has one of the best fan bases in America. They're going to rally behind their team. They're certainly going to rally behind an individual that's homegrown with that kind of talent, that kind of attitude, wanting to be there. And oh, by the way, just as a reminder, it's freezing as hell in Chicago. Good, and he wants to be there anyway. Yeah. That's a very big thing. It's a very big thing.
Are the double-breasted suits? Is that coming back?
Coming back. It depends on who's wearing it. Everybody can't rock the double breast.
Very true. I wore one last year here on the set. It looked okay.
Good.
Yeah, it looked okay.
Just not as good as me. Just
hey, let's go. We talk about specifically the trade with Caruso and going to the Thunder and then going to Chicago. We got the Thunder on the clock right now when we take a look at their team headlines. I mean, where do you go after a phenomenal season with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, second in the MVP voting? They got the Coach of the Year, Chet Holmgren, the all-rookie first.
How about the word further? They did go home in the Western Conference semifinal.
But you're the youngest team in NBA. I love
them. I had a vote. I voted Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as my league MVP. I thought he deserved it personally. No shade thrown on Jokic or anybody else. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is that dude. Jalen Williams is that dude. Yes. He's only going to continue to climb, okay? They needed some girth on their front line. Obviously, that's something that you're looking at when you're looking at them. But they've got the pieces in place. And Chet Holmgren, we talk so much about Wembanyama. He was really good.
Yeah, and the Caruso trade signaled they want to win now. Here's the commissioner with the pick.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Nikola Topic from Belgrade, Serbia, and Serbia's Slavina Zaveda.
This is the biggest unknown in the draft. Partially torn ACL after spraining his knee. He played for a prospect factory in Serbia. 6'6", 203 pounds. When we talk about a team that can actually take a project, and if you have to give them some time to get right and get healthy, this is the team that could do that.
Well, listen, let me say this about Sam Presti. He hasn't won a championship as a leading executive. That's about the only thing he hasn't done. Of everything else he's done, he's been phenomenal at his job. There's no doubt about it. You got to trust that he knows what he's doing here, particularly with the personnel that they have in place. We'll see what this kid can do. Don't know much about him, Bob.
Well, look, he's a playmaker. He's probably one of the best passers in the draft. They like playmakers. They lost Giddey. He kind of did that for them, so maybe this is a Giddey replacement, but great pick for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Nicola explains how his game will translate to the NBA. Also, let us know how the Luka effect has exploded in Serbia.
I'm Nikola Topic. I'm from Novi Sad, Serbia, and I play for Red. I can bring the stability to the team, the offense and to the defense. I will try to make everybody else on the court 10% better. I like to watch Luka Doncic. He had big impact on us, and a lot of kids started playing basketball because of him. And we want to be like him, one of the best players in the world.
He's a big point guard at 6'7". His last game was January 4th. You see some notable Serbians and Serbian-born players and drafted, and a handful of guys, of course, led by Vlade Divac, Darko Milicic, the highest one taken, second overall in that LeBron draft. For much more, here is Monica McNutt.
Nikola, as we looked at the Serbian excellent players, you said, I know those guys, I love them. How has watching them inspired you to get to this moment?
Of course, first of all, it's a big pleasure to be around those guys and to be in that group. And I mean, just watching them, I wanted to be like them, and they inspire me a lot. And yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately, you've had to navigate some injuries. But what is this organization getting? What is OKC getting in you?
They're getting a good teammate, leader on the court and off the court, and I'll try to do my best.
Congratulations, Nicola.
Thank you very much.
Monica, thank you so much. The scouting report from Jonathan Gavoni might be the smartest guy in the draft. Now going to Oklahoma City. Kopich with the Thunder. Sunday afternoon, there's WNBA doubleheader action on ESPN, 1 p.m. Eastern, here in the Barclays Center. Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, and the New York Liberty host the Atlanta Dream. Then at 3 p.m., Caitlin Clark and the Fever will be in Phoenix to take on Diana Taurasi and the Mercury. Our coverage begins. WNBA Countdown, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Both games streaming live on the app. Okay, so we got the Sacramento Kings now on the clock. Stephen A. Smith, Bob Myers, Kevin Agandi here once again. And as we now hit the heart of this draft, in the middle of it, and this is where you could find some picks and you're like, whoa, Devin Carter's still on the board. A young man from Providence who just completely pops on the screen. A guy you love in Dalton Knecht from Tennessee, still available, still on the board, who could fill it up.
Oh, you definitely need that. I like Connect a lot, no question about it. You got the Aaron Fox there. You see Bill Malik Monk, some continuity there. Mike Brown's not going anywhere. So you look at Sacramento, even though they didn't have the success that they enjoyed the year before, even though it was a thriller first-round 7-game series against you guys, at the end of the day, you look at them and you know they have some talent. Are you going to pick the right piece in order for you to propel yourself in a thick, highly competitive Western Conference? That's really the question mark.
Yeah, and you look at the best available. Those are very, very good players there. All those guys, I think, could step in right there. And many of those guys listed on best available were the older type of players. Dalton Knecht, looking at one of those guys, one of the oldest players in the draft. There's other players that the Kings think can maybe fit in. But here's the issue, Stephen A. In the West, the Kings